Well, I had to reload my live stream. It froze up on me, and Uncle Aldum say, buy new tech, and I hadn't done it yet. God darn it. Sorry, everybody. Hey, heathen. Don't know what to tell you. The tech wasn't working. It froze up on me, so I reloaded it. So this is technically a new live stream. Margie, welcome Margie. Welcome. Holly Ivans, welcome. The other one just went, I don't know what to say. I have issues when it comes to technology. It's like Murphy's Law. I'm part Irish, a little bit Irish. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. And I'm experiencing that. I tell you what, thank God for coffee. I'm drinking coffee right now. Hello, Uncle Al. Thank you for coming back. I don't know. I'm in shorts mode. Well, right now I'm using my iPhone. This live stream's on my iPhone. I'm holding it by hand right now, so it's a little shaky. It's my version of SHTF, technology-wise. SHTF technology-wise. No problem? Well, it's a problem for me. It's embarrassment. I could hear Uncle Al saying, why hasn't he bought his new equipment? I've been putting out money like it's going out of style this month, really. A lot of money on the house. I can get a stand cheap. Like one of those. Yeah, I got a stand. I could get a stand cheap. I got one. Got a ring light. Mr. Whistle, welcome. One of the reasons I'm not using my light, I need to keep my phone plugged in right now to my charger because the battery goes down real fast. This is an iPhone 7. The 16s are getting ready to come out, aren't they? Does that tell you something? Yeah. So I'm constantly got it plugged into a charger when I'm in my car. In my class, I got plugged into a charger. Got a 6-foot charging cord. I've got a charger here, my man cave. This is Charger Central. Yeah, that's what I've been putting out a lot of money on. I got people over here painting. I got people over here replacing rotten wood, my fascia boards around my garage doors. They're going to replace all the wood around the garage doors. They replaced a bunch of wood in the house, exterior wood. You know, that's, I've got somebody, they got the front pretty much done, painting wise. Now I've got them around the back. When the rest of the woodwork is done, they replace the rest of the rotten wood this coming week, then they'll go ahead and prime and paint it. And I'll have that done, and then I'm going to have some electrical work. I'm having all my can lights replaced inside, and I'm going to have some new ones installed in a couple of rooms that don't have them. The new cans are really flat and, you know, energy efficient, and, you know, so yeah, I am putting out a lot of money right now. And I've got a lot of bills I have to pay, like my daughter's student loan. I'm gonna start making. She graduated 6 months ago. I'm gonna start making payments this month on her student loans. It's over $1,000 a month right there. So right now I'm putting out a bunch of money. Yeah, she's got the back patio looking really good. The front porch area. I'm gonna do another. I've got a short. I'm gonna load up of that. It looks really nice. We've been getting a lot of rain right now. I'm trying to get all the painting outside done in the next few days because it's a dry spell, and I don't want to have them out there doing that when, you know, the weather's might start raining, because then it'll basically wash off what I'm. You gotta let the stuff dry for about 24 hours. Very hot. Very hot. Yeah, well, I've got my daughter spoiled. I basically pay her. Today, she told me, can I go in half on repairing her car? One of her belts broke. And I said, what's half? What is it? What does it cost, or what is it going to cost? Joshua Humphrey. Welcome, Joshua Humphrey, and Mama 4 Boys. Welcome, Rachel. Idaho Garden Girl, thank you. Yeah, I had a little SHT out of the situation. The iPad locked up on me. Glad you made it back. Iris, Rainbow Things, welcome. Thank God for coffee. Thank God for coffee. That was good. Nescafe coffee. I didn't have any deliveries today. I was supposed to have a delivery and they said it was delayed. It'll come in tomorrow. So I should have an unboxing tomorrow. And then on the 11th, I should receive a pack of coffee, the Nescafe Dark Roast, and the 80 pack of that. Little Lone Prepper, welcome, Little Lone Prepper. You can't drink too much coffee. So I'm going to try to go 30 minutes with this. We are 10 minutes in. And talking a little bit about what's going on. I'm at 1,576 subs. I'm at 10K views for the month, the 28-day period. Watch time is 462 hours. My last live, there's 46 views. My last short, not counting the one that's up right now that has 200 and some odd views, but the last one I did had 451 views. My hillbilly giveaway goodie box video has 47 views. And that's where I'm at right now. So if you aren't subscribed to my friend Margie, please do so. Also, Iris Rainbow Things. Hello, Bud Files. Bud Files had a live stream going earlier. I went over and left a like and a couple of comments. Thank you for leaving a like. Yeah, Uncle Al, I hope you're resting up. You need to take care of yourself. And I would appreciate if everybody hit the like button if you haven't done so. It'll help me out. So, Cheryl, who follows my channel, and she comes into some of the live streams. She may come in tonight, she may not. But she sent me a text message with a picture. The $2 can opener with the bottle opener that I got at my Walmart. I bought several of them. They're like $7.85 at her Walmart. She sent me an image. So, you know, prices are, I don't know what to tell you. But they go up and down. What they do is up and down. I bought these today over at my Walmart. These are stormproof matches. And I paid $5.85 for a 2-pack of these. Now they had these on clearance, single packs, for $2. And I bought a bunch of them. But I thought, oh, I'm going to buy it just so I can show it to people and, you know, point out. This is not that bad of a deal. In other words, you're paying about $3 for a box of 50 stormproof matches. And basically you've got two 25 packs. And you've got spare strikers for them. So that's not that bad a deal. Not that bad a deal. Somebody told me today that they ordered 2 of the Life Gear USB rechargeable power bank lights from Walmart for $18 a piece. These are very nice. They're very nice. and it's a power bank, and it's a light, and you can charge it with a USB. You can also plug a USB into it to charge a phone if you want to. It is a power bank. It's got 18650 an 18650 battery. Somebody, forget who it was, had sent me a message that they had ordered 2 of them. $104, 0 humidity. That's hot. This is hot here today. I was outside sweating. I was going out looking out to see what they were doing, working out there. You know, these are younger people. You know, they're in their early 30s, so they can handle the heat a lot better than I can. Very hot, even in the shade. Now it helps a little bit when the wind was blowing. You're in the shade and the wind's blowing, it's not that bad. So another item, life gear, that I had recommended is the crank radio flashlight. $18 plus tax. Crank radio plus flashlight, life gear. Now that's a dual purpose. That's got a will get you NOAA weather alerts, picks up the channels. You want to listen to some music, whatever, if they're playing. And it's got a flashlight. Woo. It's got a crank too, so that's not bad. Yeah, tornadoes are real bad. They say we average 1,500 a year in the United States. There were some really bad tornadoes that killed some people in North Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana. Had multiple tornadoes in the last week or so. More than 20 people have been killed. That's not good. Not good at all. So, all right, 86 here today, 60% humidity. Wow. I swear it seems like we've got 1,500 already for a year in the last couple of weeks. That may be the case, yeah. It seems like it. So, you know, we are in hurricane season. Hurricane season started June the 1st. It'll run through November the 1st. And if you're anywhere along the coast, Gulf Coast or East Coast, you know, you need to be watching out. Also, you need to listen to the FEMA, the recommendations for supplies that you need in case if there's a storm or something and you get a power outage or you've got to leave. They tell you to evacuate. You better have a bag with stuff in it that you can use. Drinking water, canned goods, a good can opener. You take medication, you better have your medication. Good map. Change of clothes, a couple of pair of underwear, a couple of pair of socks. All the stuff that you better have. You need to have all that together. Good first aid kit. Flashlight. Weather radio. Joseph Moore, how's it going, Joseph Moore? I've been experiencing a little trouble with my iPad. It's in the process, I guess, of dying on me. So I am using my iPhone for my live stream right now. Appreciate you coming in. Please leave a like to support the channel. It'll be greatly appreciated. Yeah, talk about the power grid a little bit. They are doing work on the power grid, and they are doing work on where the power is coming from. Yeah, it seems that Tornado Alley has shifted some. You know, the poles, the North Pole and the South Pole, they've been in the process of shifting for the last 100 years. It's up a little bit. And the North Pole is heading towards Siberia. The South Pole is heading towards South America. And, you know, we are having some interesting things going on. But, you know, talk about the power grid for the United States. There are basically 3 power grids. There's a Western grid, there's an Eastern grid, and there is a Texas grid. The state of Texas pretty much has its own power grid. And they are connected, but they can disconnect. And one of the things that they've done to try to protect the power grid is they've installed disconnects so that if part of the grid starts to go down, they can disconnect that part of the grid so it doesn't bring down more of the grid. Because they had a situation, 12, 13 years ago up in Canada, and their grid went down. And when their grid went down, it was connected to the U.S. grid, and it took down the Northeast. New York was without power for a couple of days. New York City was without power for a couple of days. Can you imagine being 50, 60 floors up in one of those big skyscrapers and the elevators aren't working? How long do you think it'd take you to climb or to go down 50, 60 floors? And if the power's not running, I don't think the sewage is running. You're in a big building like that. Not a good thing. Not a good thing. Well, yeah, Noah and the flood. If you want to read some really Book of Revelations. Book of Revelations. During the end of days, 1/3 of the population will perish. Let's just say the population's 9 billion, it's 8 billion on that right now, something other. Let's just say the population was 9 billion, that's 3 billion people. Population in the United States is 350 million. Think about that. Yeah, you need to have pet food. They eat, they drink, they need water, they need food like everybody else. Don't want to abuse your animals. They're part of the family. 2 hours. CR, welcome. All right, what's this 2 hours, Uncle Al? Got to go back and look. Need to have a means to boil water. I've been concentrating on number 10 cans. Yeah, water treatment. A water treatment plant. Oh, 2 hours to walk 50 flights of stairs. Yeah, that'd be SHIT. It really would. Yeah, I can imagine. Most of the Canadian population live fairly close to the U.S. border, all along the U.S. border. You know, Canada, the socialists are running things up there. Your prime minister, you know, God help y'all. It started Thursday. Well, got to have a clean source of drinking water. You got to have a means to clean water. I mean, I tell you, this upcoming election is going to tell you a lot about what's going to happen. I can predict what will happen if it doesn't turn out the way it really needs to turn out. Callie Singh, welcome. Callie Singh. Welcome, Callie Singh. Yeah, we have to get through the summer. I've been reading a lot of stuff about the cartels and what they're doing in Mexico and what they're doing here. They're starting to have a lot more bad stuff happen with these illegal gang members coming over. They're doing really bad things. They're hurting people. They're killing people. They're raping women. There are large numbers of them. So you've got people who would not normally consider voting, you know, conservative. They're just fed up with what all's going on, and they're going to vote conservative. Likewise, you've got minorities that traditionally would vote to the left, and a lot of them see the writing on the wall and know where their bread is buttered, and they're going to be voting conservative. I remember when Ronald Reagan, who's my all-time favorite president, he was running for re-election against Bob Dole, who was Jimmy Carter's vice president. So after he beat Jimmy Carter, because Carter was one term, and he was running for re-election, he ran against Bob Dole. Bob Dole won his home state. Bob Dole won his home state. And they asked Reagan after the election, do you have a mandate? Now, mind you, the man won 49 states. And the journalist, which was an idiot, in my opinion, he was an idiot. Do you have a mandate? And I tell you, there are a bunch of dumb people in this world. That was one of them. My question would have been, Mr. President, what are you going to do with your mandate? Yeah, they do control the drugs. They control a lot of the prostitution. they're smuggling people over, paying to smuggle over, and a lot of them they basically own them until they pay them a certain amount. So they'll have to make payments. A lot of times, until it affects you directly, people have their eyes closed. When it affects you directly, when it affects one of your relatives, when it affects one of your kids, it affects your wife, it affects your husband, when it affects you, that's when they start, you know, you get a lot of these parents they've lost kids, and they come out and they're wearing a MAGA hat, and they're in a real impoverished, traditionally left-wing voting neighborhood, and they're all out there and they're all chanting FJB and let's go Brandon and all that stuff. And where Brandon has a op, and they have these real tight shots where it doesn't show who all's there. And now they're starting to show these shots where they back off a little bit and they say, well, he's got like 15 people there watching him. He's doing a photo op, or he's doing a campaign stop or something other, and there's like 15 people there. And they got a couple of them dressed up, and they're wearing, clown outfits, that they're wearing stuff, related to, like they're celebrating him. And there's just a handful of people there. And then they don't like to talk about the fact that, Trump went into the Bronx, and there's like 25,000 people there, and most of them lived there. There were a few people who came in, but most of them lived there, and they were interviewing some of these people. They're not happy with the left right now at all. And can you blame them? 10 in the house, 12 likes. If you haven't left a like, please leave a like to support the channel. It will be greatly appreciated. Well, guys, I tell you what, I'm basically hand holding my iPhone. I am going to be getting a new one. I am going to be getting some new equipment. 50K. All right, well, I had heard something about 25K, but even if it was just 25K, that's a hell of a lot of people to go see the guy on a campaign stop. And yeah, I know that he can fill up a stadium with 50,000 people or whatever. I mean, trust me, you can imagine where I'm going to be voting this year, and where I voted the last two elections. It was 92 today. That's about right. Back in the 80s, we had about 1 week of hot weather during the summer. Then in the 90s, we started getting about 4 weeks of hot weather. Now 2 months. Well, one thing you need to remember is in 1980, Mount St. Helens went off, and that created some climate change. It cooled things off. There are 4 volcanoes right now active on the planet that are spewing up into the atmosphere. 4 of them. And that will affect the weather somewhat. I enjoyed, I did not watch it live, but I enjoyed watching the replay of the SpaceX Starship, the Super Heavy. 32 of the 33 Raptor engines lit up. It did what it was supposed to do. It went up. The first stage went down and landed where it was supposed to in the water. The main ship, Starship, it re-entered where it was supposed to, came down. Apparently it had some damage, lost some tile, lost some fins and such. It soft landing in the water. Next time they're going to try to land the first stage on the Megazilla platform. They're going to try to land it there. I understand. I've heard. That'll be in a couple of months. That'll be Starship 5. They're getting very close. You know, they're getting very close. I enjoy that. And that's Elon Musk giving back. Horrible, Cali. It's very hot. Thank God for air conditioning. Stay hydrated. You need to drink plenty of water. I drink a lot of lemonade. I drink some tea. You take a cold bottle of water and put a packet of something in it. I enjoy that. Yeah, I have rain catchment, Uncle Al. That's good to have. I've got a rain catchment set up. Yeah, I don't listen to any of the left-wing news. I don't do that. I like Bill O'Reilly. I listen to a lot of his stuff. I look at some of the Fox clips. I like Breitbart. It's good print news. You've never watched what? Just Google Breitbart. Or do a YouTube search for Breitbart. Yes, Steve Bannon's been told he's got a report for 4 months of prison July 1st, by July 1st. 4 months. So he'll be out of pocket for just pretty much the rest of the election. Navarro had to I think it was Navarro. Yeah, they're going after Trump's friends. They're holding them in contempt of court because they won't testify. Neither one of them would testify to Congress. So they held them in contempt, and they've been sentenced to 4 months of yeah, Real America's Voice. Tomorrow's Saturday. I asked somebody to send me their mailing address for the next box. Hadn't heard back from them yet. I keep looking for my email. You know, I put my email in all of my regular videos. I don't put them on my shorts. I don't put them on my live streams, but I do list my email in all my regular videos. If you want to contact me, send me your phone number. I will text you, and if you want to talk, we can talk. You want to text, we can text. I do that with quite a few people. My information that I provide is free. I don't charge anybody for anything. I do this as a service. Mayor Ben, welcome, Mayor Ben. You just lost audio. Well, I'm sorry about that, Uncle Al. Uncle Al, I appreciate you. You need to take it easy. Get your rest. Yeah, I know the internet is sketchy. I'm thinking about getting that Starlink internet. I'm really thinking about getting the Starlink. $14 likes, 9 in the house. I don't know, Uncle Al. Some people say they're getting it, and some people say they're not. That might be the internet. Might be on your end. Idaho Garden Girl says she hears me just fine. So I had been focusing on number 10 cans of freeze-dried food. Yeah, I pay about $115 a month for my internet service. I'm not happy with it at all. Well, I'm sorry. You can always come back and leave a like after the fact. When it reloads, come back and leave a comment and a like. That would be appreciated. I'm getting ready to get off in a couple of minutes. And you can come back and leave a like and a comment. Email me. You can email me at David O as in Odom, David O Lynn at gmail.com. And I will respond. I'm on summer vacation right now. This is old school. This is old school right now. I'm operating old school, handheld, old iPhone 7. Yeah, you can hit the 3 dots up top, and that'll take you and show you how many likes I have, and then you can hit that like button, and it'll give you can leave an extra like. Oh, I don't doubt it. Lots of problems. Lots of problems. Everything is a problem. Yeah, my wife's got a 14. I bought her a 14 about a year ago when the 14s came out. davidolin@gmail.com. Yes, without the question mark. Send me your... Well, I understand. Not everybody does iPhone. I like the fact that I use iMovie for my editing. I like the fact, Mac makes a better computer than PCs. The PCs try to copy the Mac operating. I mean, it's gotten a lot better, but I definitely prefer Mac. So, Mac computer, you just go with the iPhone. Yep, 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 yep. Just leave off the question mark. Hey, thank you for coming by, Creative Redundancy. Appreciate you. So, it's also important that you have a good service provider. Right now, I had Suddenlink that has become, what do they call themselves now? They merged with somebody. Anyway, I'm not too happy with that. I got them for my internet as well. Yeah, I've been using iPhones for a long time. I've had the same phone number for a long time. CenturyLink, never heard of it. Right now I'm drawing a blank of who I have, my service provider. It was Suddenlink, and then they merged with somebody else. It automatically comes out every month. So, I mean, my mind isn't what it used to be. When I was young, I'd tell people, when I was young, I had 25 or 30 phone numbers memorized. Today, it's everything I can do to remember my wife's and mine. I don't even have my kid's phone number memorized. Everything's in my log of my phone. Mint Mobile. Yeah, I've seen ads for Mint Mobile. A lot of people talk about Cricket's real good. I think you get full service for about $60 a month, on full internet and, everything. Know several people who have that. My daughter's got T-Mobile. I pay for her T-Mobile. Hers is like $90 a month. Yeah, I know. I do have I've got a little black book that I've got all my stuff in, a little black book. But it's in my phone directory. My mind isn't what it used to be. I don't. My memory isn't what it used to be. Certain things I can call up like snap the fingers. Other things, nope. Thank you for coming in, Uncle Al. I appreciate you being here. God bless you. "15 likes, 9 in the house." So I'm looking to do some modifications for the boxes that I give out. I'm really looking forward to hitting 1,600 and doing the 1,600 subscriber giveaway. I'm 24 short of that. I'm growing very slowly now, but I am growing. And if you have a backup channel, subscribe me. I've subscribed quite a few people on my backup channel. And sometimes when I'm doing playtime, you know, or doing I'm doing playlist or whatever, I'll run into my backup channel, and it's David Lynn Taco Talk. You'll see David Lynn Taco Talk. And that's me giving watch time, leaving comments. And yeah, I have that same problem. People come up to me and they say, "Hey, Mr. Lynn," or "Hey, David, how's it going?" And I vaguely remember the face, but I don't remember the name. I mean, as an example, I worked all this last year at a new school. So I learned the names of a lot of kids, and I learned the names of a lot of adults. So I had been retired from education for 5 years before this year. So like my last school, or even like the previous school when I was in VISD, I was a principal in VISD, I don't. Now, I still have people that used to work for me that they, God bless you, Uncle Al. Thanks for coming in. I've got people who used to work for me that stay in touch with me. I've still got a couple of teachers who will contact me for references, and you know, I've been retired for 5 years. I don't know how good my reference is when, or why somebody would want to use me as a reference for a job teaching when I haven't worked with them in 5 years, and they've been working. You would hope that their current administrator or recent administrators would be able to give them a better recommendation than I would. I mean, just to me, it just goes to, you know, you'd think. But I mean, I give people references. And every once in a while, I'll talk to one of the kids that I know, recommend them to do something or apply someplace. If you need a reference, I'll give you a reference. Kids don't know how to write resumes today. They don't know how to do a budget. I talk to people, so well, you know, bills come first. First thing you do is if you're paying rent, rent comes out first, utilities come out. A lot of the apartments these days, they're like, all the bills are with the apartment. Then all you got to worry about your cell phone and perhaps car insurance. Your health insurance is very expensive. You know, a lot of stuff is very expensive, truly. So when we start talking about prepping and such, if something major happens, do you have a group of people that you can depend on? Have you been saving up food, bottled water? Have you been hoarding up food and bottled water? You have renter's insurance. I used to have renter's insurance back in the days. And really, if you've got anything like guns or jewelry, any sort of expensive equipment, you need to have that on a rider on your policy, because your insurance isn't going to cover that. Your house insurance is not going to cover that. It'll cover your furniture, it'll cover your clothes, stuff like that. But anything extra expensive stuff, it's not going to cover that. You got to have a rider on your policy. So you got to have a picture of all those things, and you've got to have receipts, and you've got to have a appraisal. Somebody's got to basically say that it's worth such and such and such, documentation you provide your insurance. And that way, if something happens, insurance will cover it. But then you're also paying for that rider, that policy rider. Yeah, everything's gone up. They went way up on the valuation of my property. I mean, they're saying my lot, not counting my home, they're saying my lot right now is worth $88,000. This year, they went way up on the valuation of my lot. That's good, Holly. That's good. God bless you. Keep teaching him. That's how we learn. So I'll be working on modifying my box. I've got one or two more people that are going to be getting goodie boxes from me. And I'll be trying to get those up. Remember, when I hit 1600 subscriber giveaway, qualifications, leave me a like and a supportive comment on each of the last 5 videos I release to that point. You don't do it, you don't get it. Very important. Very important. Remember, the Boy Scout motto, the Girl Scout motto, the Scout motto is be prepared, preparedness. You need to look at what you have. You need to inventory it. There's some things you're short on, you need to start shopping for them. Look at discounts, look at garage sales, estate sales. Look in the want ads, the penny saver. Go to Goodwill or St. Vincent de Paul or different thrift stores. And number 1 and number 2, water, canned food. Can opener, manual can opener. It means to heat. If you got some freeze-dried food or you want hot coffee or tea or whatever, how are you going to heat it? Power's out. Good first aid kit. You take medication, you better have a supply of it. Yeah, what do you bring to the table? What do you bring to the table? You need to think about that. People who are with you are going to be depending on you because you're providing them with stuff. What do they bring to the table? What do they provide? Think about that. I'll be back tomorrow at 7 for another edition of Coffee Talk. And everybody, remember, when you wake up, thank God for the day, say the Lord's Prayer, Treat people the way you want to be treated. And everybody, please have a blessed day. I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully, for another edition of Coffee Talk. Bye.